Okay, chapter 6, basic principles of point estimations. Actually, in statistics, we are using two estimations. First one is point estimation, what we are going to discuss today, and the other is interval estimation. That's chapter 7. Why we use these kind of estimations? Because sometimes we cannot find exact value for an example, we cannot find the mean. So that we try to approximate that value. That's what we call estimation. Okay, point estimation mean it is just a value like mean. Mean is just a one value, right? In entire data set, we get a mean, just one value. Same as point estimation mean just a one value. Okay, so we try to approximate uh, mean, something like that, or any other uh, parameter. We, let's say theta is our parameter, we try to estimate that. Okay, since we are estimating, we call it theta hat, something like that. Okay, okay, point estimate of a parameter theta. Okay, of a parameter, it should be a, there should be a parameter, otherwise we don't know how what we are going to estimate. Okay, so we need to estimate our parameter theta. Okay, so we call this point estimate because we have just only one value to estimate. That estimator, that point estimator, we denote by theta hat. Okay, theta hat. Hat normally we use to denote estimators. Okay, hat, theta hat. Theta is the parameter that we need to estimate. Okay, so that point estimator we call theta hat. Okay, uh, yes, as they mentioned, it called the point estimator of theta. Okay, theta is the parameter that we need to estimate. We denote it by theta hat. Okay, okay. Let's check this one. Simply, you can find the mean, median, and what's the last one? It is the, yes, trimmed mean. Okay, trimmed mean, 14.3 trimmed mean. Anyway, if you have these kind of observations, you can find those three, not only those three. You can find those things, right? Okay. All of these are point estimates of mu. Okay, what does that mean? If you consider x bar in this case, okay, x bar equals to mu. Why? We don't know about the population. We simply can consider these observations are the population observations. So x bar equals to mu. Uh, or simply you can think about, okay, this is a sample from our population, and we try to estimate, we try to not estimate, sorry, we try to find the mean, and we can simply say, okay, this is the uh, these are one of these, whatever, doesn't matter, these are the point estimations of mu. Okay, see, you can see here these values are different. Okay, these values are different, but the problem is, if we have a point estimator of a parameter theta, whatever, here it's mu, there should be a one value, not 3-4 values like this. Okay, so our goal is to pick the better choice. Okay, I mean, we need to find the best option for our point estimate. Okay, uh, okay, so here our parameter is mu, so we are going to find a point estimator to this parameter mu. Okay, simply for the mean. uh, First thing, if it is a good estimator or a point estimator, it should be a unbiased estimator. Okay, it should be a unbiased. What is this unbiased mean? If you okay, let's say you have your point estimator theta hat. Okay, once you get the expected value of theta hat, it should equals to the parameter. Whatever you get here, it is generally in general, it is theta. So expected value of that unbiased estimator equals to theta for all possible values. We can say, okay, this theta hat is a unbiased estimator of theta. Okay, let's say for an example, okay, you will see this later. X bar, which means the sample mean, is unbiased estimator of mu, something like this. Clear? Okay. If it is not unbiased, if it is biased, okay, if estimator is biased, you cannot take this, you cannot get this, right? If it is biased, if theta hat is biased, then this is not equal to theta, right? So that there is a difference between these two, right? Since this is not equal, then definitely there is a difference. So we call that difference as bias. Okay, it is some kind of a value, like let's say 5, something like that. Okay, it's a value. So we call it biased. Biased of what? Biased of theta hat. Biased of our estimator. Okay, clear? What is okay? Let's check our point estimator is unbiased or not. This is how we do it. Let's check. Okay, let's take observations like x1, x2 up to xn. Okay, these are the observations. So x bar show that, okay, we need to show this one, population mean mu. Okay, we need to say expected value of x bar, because they have mentioned we need to show x bar is the unbiased estimator of mu. So this should be, this is the one we need to show. Okay, let's say take these observations from x1 to xn. These observations are independent observations, right? Because x1 doesn't have to deal with x2. They are independent. So if you consider each of them, they have different, they have same mean. Okay, they have same mean. Okay, since you haven't done sample means, yes, you haven't done sample means, I mean mean of each samples, you haven't done that, but consider that one, consider this one. If you consider expected value of this, expected value of these, okay, so expected value of x1 is mu, expected value of x2 is mu, expected value of xn is mu. Okay, so expected value of x bar, you need to take left hand side and show need to show left hand side equals to this, right? Okay, consider expected value of x bar. What is x bar? X bar mean this piece, right? Summation of xi over n, right? That's the definition of the mean from I equals n1 to n. So you can expand this. You can remove the summation symbol and expand that. So you will be having 1 over n times x1 to xn summation, right? Plus. Clear? Because this notation, this is the expansion of this notation. Okay. So expected value, if you remember, expected value we can give to each of observations. So each of them. Okay. So simply it's called the distributive law, right? Yeah. So we can give the expected value of each of them like this. 1 over n doesn't matter, it's a constant value, nothing to do with the expected value. Okay. So we can take it out from the expected value. So 1 over n times expected value of x1, expected value of x2 up to expected value of xn. In between, it's a summation, right? It's sum. So what is this? This is mu. This is mu. This is mu, right? How many mu's are there? N mu's, right? So mu plus mu plus mu plus up to n. So there are n times mu. So 1 over n, see, there are n times mu. So once you do this, simply cancel this and you will get this, right? So here, in the first place, you get expected value of x bar. Now here, it is equals to mu. So that's what we need to show, right? So you can see x bar, right? Expected value of x bar equals to mu. So you can say that, okay, x bar is a what? Unbiased estimator for mu, right? Clear? If any case you have to find the unbiased estimate, like you have to prove whether this given estimator is unbiased or not, you have to do this. This is the only process. There are few processes, but here you have to do this process, okay, in your exam. So whatever you have to find, if you need to find, if you need to show whether the given estimator is unbiased or not, do this. Take the expected value and show it is equal to that, okay. When choosing amongst okay, if we have okay, still I haven't mentioned that if we have few unbiased, not unbiased, sorry, if we have few estimators, if we have few point estimators, which one we need to pick, right? As I mentioned in the second slide, you show x bar, median, sorry, mean, median, trim mean. There were three, right? Okay, we will come to that point later. Next thing, in the statistics, most of the time we pick unbiased estimators. Okay, we pick unbiased estimators, but in some cases we have to pick biased estimators as well. Okay, biased estimators as well, because that biased estimator give a good interpretation about our parameter. Okay, for an example, s squared. Okay, we use, what is this s squared? S squared means sample standard deviation. Okay, we consider this as a point estimator of sigma squared. Okay, this is biased. I'll show you this is biased, but still we use that. See, this is biased. That's why we use this sigma squared hat. Okay, so what is s squared? This is the definition of the equation of the s squared. Okay, so what is the sigma squared? Sigma squared is summation xi minus x bar squared over n, right? Right. So see, there is a small difference between these two. Okay. If you need to get the unbiased estimator, okay, you have to do this. N minus 1 divided by n times s squared. This is unbiased estimate of sigma squared. Okay, this is unbiased. If you get the expected value of left hand side, you will see it is equal to sigma squared. This is unbiased, but this one is not unbiased estimator. This is a biased estimator, but still we use that. Let me clear this. Okay, see, this is by unbiased estimator, this piece right here, unbiased estimate of sigma squared. But most of the time we don't use this, we use this. Still biased, but we use this s squared as the point estimate of sigma squared. Okay, clear? okay, from x1 to xn is a random sample from a distribution with mean mu. Then the sample mean is unbiased estimate of mu. Okay, most of the time, okay, normally mean x bar is an unbiased estimate of mu. Okay. Okay, this is a special case. If distribution is continuous and symmetric, this both should satisfy. If my distribution is continuous as well as symmetric, like standard normal distribution, okay, something like that, then sample median, which mean x tilde, and any trim mean like 5%, something like that, any trim mean, they are unbiased estimate of mu. If if my distribution is continuous and symmetric, okay, like standard normal distribution. Okay, this is just a note. Okay, clear? So in this section, I mean in this chapter, you have to deal with this kind of point estimator. You don't have to find so many things, so don't worry about that. If you if in the question they have given, okay, this is a point estimator, check whether this is a point estimator. Okay, then you have to do is simply take the expected value and check those this expected value of theta hat equals to that parameter theta. Okay, that's what you need to do. Clear? Okay, now we are going to discuss what I mentioned in the second slide. If we have few point estimators, how we pick the best one? There are few methods. Okay, this is just one method to pick it. We call this minimum variance unbiased estimators. Okay, this what we do here is we find the minimum variance between our parameter and our estimator. Okay, so we pick the minimum variance that gives us from this difference. Okay, we pick the minimum variance among these theta hats. Okay, if we have few point estimators, we pick the minimum variance one. So that estimator we call, let's say it is theta hat. Okay, we call it minimum variance unbiased estimator, MVUE. Okay, minimum variance, you can write it like this, MVUE. If you write it like this, I know what is mean here. Okay, minimum variance unbiased estimator. Okay, once we check, okay, let's say theta 1 hat, we have theta 2 hat, like we have 2 point estimators. Okay, they are point estimators. Point estimators of theta. Okay, this is an example. Okay, once you check the variance of let's say variance of theta 1 hat is something, let's say k1, and variance of theta 2 hat is k2. Okay, just check the variance, that's enough. Okay, you can take the difference or you can check the variance as it is, that's fine. So once I called, okay, k1 is greater than k2. Okay, so which one has the highest variance among between these two? K1, right? So K1 has the highest variance. So what we need? Minimum variance. So at that point, you have to take the theta hat 2 is the point estimator of theta. This is what simply mentioned here. Okay, minimum variance estimator you have to pick. Okay, which has the minimum variance. Clear? Okay. So how do you get the variance? Simply use your equation for the variance. Okay, for the particular distribution, you have a normal distribution, deal with that. If you have a gamma distribution, deal with that. You know what's the variance of how we get the variance of normal distribution, how we get the variance of gamma distribution, right? You have your equations, so use that. Okay, clear? Okay, they have mentioned here it is as a theorem. If you have a random sample, see, these are random samples, which means x1 has nothing to do with x2. They are randomly selected samples from a normal distribution. Now it has a distribution, normal distribution. They are normally distributed samples, x1, x2, xn. So mean mu, standard deviation, sigma. So mu hat equals x bar is the MVUE, which means minimum variance unbiased estimator for mu. So simply x bar is the MVUE for mu. Okay, once you check it, you will see. Once you check the x bar, x tilde, which means median, those values, you will see x bar has the minimum variance. Okay, clear? Okay, standard error. We consider errors if we have a biased estimator. You saw that we have a biased. Okay, so likewise we can check standard error of an estimator using this variance of that square root of variance of that estimator gives you the standard error. Okay, you can check standard error for an example. You can check like this. You can take the variance of theta hat, which mean let's say x bar. You can check this one as well. Okay, you will see what is the standard error. Sometimes it is 0, sometimes it has a value. That's the standard error of that particular estimator. Okay, see, so same value should be here, this one and this one. I mean, that's what we are going to find. Okay, okay. Usually this tells us about the precision or accuracy of our estimator. If this value is 0 or close to 0, which means our estimator is really good. Okay, not the best, really good. Okay. Standard error depends on unknown parameters. Yes, so we must use estimated standard error instead. Okay, estimated standard error. Unknown parameters. Most of the time, SE, which means standard error, depends on unknown parameters like x bar. Let's say x bar. X bar depends on n, like summation xi over n, right? So n is a parameter. We don't know what's the value of n. There is no fixed value for n, right? We can pick 100, 500, something like that. So likewise, once we calculate these parameters, point estimators, that point estimators can be depend on unknown parameters. Okay, unknown parameters. So at that time, we try to avoid that unknown parameters by using standard estimated standard error, which denotes by like this. I don't think you have to. No. We are dealing with like that. Okay, I don't think you have to discuss how we do that in this section or in this course. It is a little bit complicated. Okay, to avoid that unknown parameters in our estimators, we use estimated to find the errors, we use estimated standard error. Okay, so we denote it like this. See here, it is sigma theta hat. Here it is sigma theta hat hat. Okay, it is again estimated. See, it is again estimated, not standard error, estimated one. Okay, to avoid that problem. Clear? Just keep that in your mind, but you don't need to worry about that. Okay, you don't need to solve those kind of things. Still, we have some problems. See, choice of a point estimator can depend on the population distribution. Okay, if population is gamma distribution, then point estimator is different. Or like if population is normal distributed, then our point estimator is different. Okay, so point estimator depends on the distribution of its population. Okay, so sometimes standard error, which we discussed last slide, cannot be calculated, which means you cannot consider, you cannot get this value. Okay, using standard techniques. So in that case, we use method called bootstrap. It is a simulation method. Okay, which means we have to use computers. If we have a data set and we cannot calculate our square root of variance theta hat by hands or in our calculations, we simply use this bootstrap method, which means we simply generate samples based on our original samples. Then we estimate, or I would say approximate that value. Okay, it's called bootstrap method. So it is a very popular method in data science as well as regressions. Okay, bootstrap. So we use bootstrap method to avoid this problem. Okay. 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 Clear? Any questions? So in this section, you need to deal with how to find unbiased estimator, how to find standard error. Okay. You don't need to find estimated standard error. Simply standard error. Okay. Clear?